Welcome, everybody. John Zager. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. 10 o'clock here in Colorado. Partly cloudy day. Looks pretty nice. Temperature's good. Supposed to get up to low 70s today, I think. Yeah, low 70s. So we had rain last night, some of it. And then it ended. Looks like we have good weather for a while, and then it goes back to rain again for a little bit. But it's springtime. Hey, good topic this morning. Let's see, what did I put down? So we're going to talk about brains today, neuroscience, and neurons, and neuron connections. All right? And in my research, I believe it said we have 100 billion, with a B, neurons. Right? 100 billion neurons. And each neuron has 20,000 synaptic connections. Sorry about that, you guys. So, if you multiply that, that's more stars than are in the universe or the galaxies. I read that in neuroscience article. I was just doing some research and I just thought that was amazing. So it got me thinking, right? We have all these neurons, which every time we have a thought, creates a connection. Okay? And how would I put it? I'm trying to think about this before I actually say, so I get it correct. But we have 100 billion neurons. We're unable to have enough thoughts in our lifetime to use up all the neurons that could make synaptic connections and eventually become even hardwired in a lot of them. So, boy, that's amazing, isn't it, you guys? That's just amazing. My thinking goes this way. That's all considered possibility to me. Possibilities. In a sense, it's kind of like infinite possibilities could exist. Right? So, now follow me on this. It's pretty logical. I'm just trying to... All of the thoughts in our subconscious that are programs given to us by someone else, 70% of those thoughts which are neurons connecting, right, are negative, unhealthy. Negative and unhealthy. All right? So we have infinite possibilities to, in a sense, be healthy. We have infinite possibilities to have healthy thoughts. We have infinite possibilities to have positive thinking or thoughts or synaptic connections, right? All right. So therefore, the majority of people, the bulk of people, everyone, for the most part, and the thoughts that you have, you know, when you're up until your age 6, all those 70% which are negative stay with you until you die. All right? Following me? Okay. So, take it a step further. I'm going to take this lid off the coffee. I hate drinking with that. Take it a step further. The logic says we're all living pretty unhealthy lives, right? We're repeating the same thoughts day after day. Only 5% of our brain neurons are creative. So, if there's infinite possibilities that exist, we can be positive and healthy. Why do we live such negative lives? Okay, so let's just look at some of the basic stuff. When you look around at people in your daily goings on, you see people that are somewhat helpless, somewhat hopeless, angry, bitter, depressed, anxious, unhappy, sick, ill, diseased, difficulty in relationships, difficulty in work environments. A lot of people lack self-confidence, goals, short-term, long-term, financial problems, daily stresses of just economy, politics, problems with your neighbors not liking the fence you put up, waiting in lines too long and getting kind of nasty about having to wait in line, saying things out loud that maybe you shouldn't be saying. Worry, stress on top of stress on top of stress. So you all get the idea, right? The idea is that not a lot of fun people to be around. The exception to the rule are the healthy people, the people that are fun, that are happy, that are enjoying themselves, are financially secure. Another one of the negatives was lack. Another one of the positives was having abundance, success. So we see fewer of the people that are well, that have wellness, emotional, physical, spiritual. And the majority of the people out there are all not very well in those three categories. So when I was reading this article about the neurons, and I didn't realize we had 100 billion neurons, and each neuron can have 20,000 connections, separate connections. So my thinking is, how can we be unhealthy? How can we be unhappy? How can we have lack? How can we not have a good life, a prosperous life, a successful life? How can that be if we have infinite possibilities to put together connections that allow self-healing? Self-healing emotionally, physically, spiritually. How can that be? So the question raises is, why do people stay in the unhealthy states that they are in and living in, when there's infinite possibilities of being just super healthy and happy and well? Well, the answer is a couple different things, and one of them is people aren't privy to knowledge that there's infinite possibilities that exist with their thoughts to create a great life. They don't understand neuroscience. They don't understand neurons. They don't understand synaptic connections. They don't understand that neurons link together and we create our reality through thought alone. And they're more willing, and I'm not even stretching this, you guys. I'm not even stretching this. That they're more willing to just allow status quo to go on. Unhappy, unhealthy lives. Complaining. As opposed to thinking differently and creating different connections that in turn create a different reality. Second reason would be, to me, that nobody believes that propaganda. Nobody believes that change is possible. All right? Change for the better. I mean, I think they're so they're so addicted to the emotions that are unhealthy. They get up every single morning looking for those same negative, unhealthy emotions that they had yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before, and their body is accommodating that. And they don't believe it can be any different. I think that's the second thing. Education being one, not having enough information, number two, that it would even be possible to have a different life. How many people do you run into every day out there that are working on change? Let's go with the premise that we all need to work on change. That's okay. I mean, we all need to work on change. Yeah? Okay. How many people are out there doing that? Let's say you have a busy life as a mom or a dad. You're working, you're raising the kids, you're doing household stuff, career stuff. You know, your day is full. You don't think it's possible to put in a 15-minute meditation in the morning and a 15-minute meditation in the evening? You don't think it's possible to work on beliefs and perceptions a little bit each day? Read. Watch YouTube videos. Get on your phone and go look up something that might create a change. Find a coach. Someone that can maybe speed up the process of educating you around how your life can be different. I don't know, you guys. I think there's not a lot of that going on out there. I think people get in a rut and they accept the reality that they have. It's called Newtonian model. And that's the way they live their lives and their reality until they die. I think there's an incredible amount of people who die not having ever known there could have been a difference. So, compulsive disorders. Compulsive disorders are the things we keep doing over and over again, even though we know we're going to get the same wrong result. It's called addiction, right? So we have treatment centers for alcoholics. We have treatment centers for drug addicts, for sexaholics, for, I don't know, you could have an addiction to anything. Maybe we need a treatment facility for people who don't believe change is possible. Maybe they need to go to a retreat where they learn, I know this sounds weird, but things like neuroscience. Little tidbit of information I just came across. Maybe they need to attend a retreat that talks about mindfulness and neurons and synaptic connections and thought and reality and kind of enlightenment, meditation, a break from their everyday lives. I don't even care what you call it. Dr. Joe Dispenza describes it beautifully when he talks about transformation, which is nothing more than the change we're suggesting here with all of your neuron capacity, right? He explains it beautifully in just that, come to my workshop. He used to, I don't know, maybe they were for 3 days or 4 days or 5 days, I don't remember. And more recently, he's gone to 7-day workshop. A longer period of time to get away from your daily activities. An opportunity to get education and enlightened that change is possible and you have infinite possibilities. With the incredible capacity of neurons floating around up in your head. By the way, 20% of all the neurons are fat. I thought that was funny when they slipped that one in there. I'm reading and all of a sudden then they go, oh, and 20% of all the neurons are fat. Okay. That was funny. But people like me, and there are probably thousands of people like me out there, are all on a mission, a voyage to make some attempt to educate, enlighten, inspire, empower people about change through thought alone. How your world can change, your reality can change, your health can change. Go on and on with that. So, seek out people in the field. And here's a comment. Side note, sidebar. Biased. I used to be 38 years in clinical psychology. I love psychology. I think neuroscience now has exceeded clinical psychology. That's what I think. I think when you're out there seeking people to enlighten you and educate you and possibly have your thoughts change, I would prefer if you pick some neuroscientist than a psychologist or a therapist or I don't know, people of old who used to deal with your brain. I just don't think they have the background with neuroscience. You know, you've got to change your personality. That's also part of the whole thing. So, my encouragement is if you're going to seek some coaching, and let's call it coaching just to put a name to it. If we're going to seek some coaching in the psychological field, make sure they have a heavy background in neuroscience. I think you get more bang for your buck, you guys. I think you get more bang for your buck. And that might be a good thing. So, the takeaway from today is that, 100 billion neurons floating around in your brain offers infinite possibilities of how they can connect in a positive, healthy manner. And through thought, there is no reason to live an uncomfortable life anymore. In this day and age, there's absolutely no reason to be unhappy, unsuccessful, live in lack, have disease, have illness, have sickness, have emotional issues, spiritual issues, relationship. There's no reason. There is no reason for that any longer to exist. And people are still shying away from, oh gosh, I hate to use the word treatment, but the education to make those changes. I put myself out here every single day. I mean, I understand there's going to be some people who just don't, my personality may not go well with some other personalities, and some personalities might go very well with my personality. I mean, you have to kind of pick somebody you can kind of feel comfortable with. And I put myself out here every day, and I don't get a phone call or a text or an email. John, I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about the coaching or the consulting. Here's what I'm going to do. I just thought of this. This just came out of my brain. So jump on this one. I'll give the next, 3 people that contact me today a free hour of consultation. How's that? 1 free hour of consultation around kind of what we're talking about, self-healing, neuroscience, change, living healthy, fun, happy. If you get a hold of me today before midnight, I'm easy to find, easy to track down. I'll give you the first hour for free. That's $100. I charge about $100 an hour. First one free. You don't ever have to have a second one if you don't want. If you want to call or contact me and say, I just want my 1 free hour. Done. I'll do it for you. Happy to do it for you. Delighted. I will be totally honest with you. What number you are, and if you're one of the 3 or not. I'll be totally honest. I'll also be totally honest that I have not yet ever had anyone contact me for any of that coaching or consult. Well, I've had a couple people on the consultation side, maybe a half dozen or so, but not really a whole lot of people on the coaching side. So there you go. I just put it out there for you. What's it going to hurt to spend an hour, probably on the phone, right? Probably have to be on the phone, and just talk, ask questions, and John, is it really possible to think myself well? Please tell me more and more about how that actually works. I don't believe it. Call up and ask. So, anyway, I probably passed my minute today, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys have a great day. It looks like a great day here. I'm optimistic. I'm looking forward to a great rest of the day for me. I am. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm so excited about it. I want you guys to be excited about your day too. It's not just another Saturday. Make it special. Look at yourself and how you can be a person of excellence today. Whew. God bless everybody. I hope you all have a good day, and I look forward to talking to you all real soon. See you all. Bye.